Hello chess lovers, I would like to show you a very interesting chess game played by Hikaru Nakamura and Boris Gelfand. Naka started with e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, Najdorf variation, bishop e3, knight g4, bishop c1, knight f6, bishop e3, knight g4, bishop g5. Hopefully we don't see a draw by repeating the moves. h6, bishop h4, g5, bishop g3, bishop g7, h3, knight e5. This line was popularized by Kasparov, where black aims for rapid piece development, perhaps at the cost of weakening the king side somewhat. f3, knight bc6, bishop f2, bishop e6, queen d2, rook c8, castling queenside, knight d4, bishop takes d4, queen a5, attacking the pawn on a2, a3, castling, and white goes for h4, trying to open up this h file. And here black responded by playing g4, giving no chance to open up the king side. Queen f2, a dubious move by Naka. It would have been better to play queen e3. After a few moves you will understand why is it important to play queen e3 instead of queen f2. Rook c6, f4, attacking the knight on e5, and here came a very strong move by black. Can you find that move? Just pause the video and try to find that move. You will be very proud of you if you can find that move. Ready? That move is rook fc8. A brilliant move. Sacrificing the knight on e5. Queen g3, a bad move. If, for example, let's have a look at this line. If f takes e5, then d takes e5, bishop a7, rook c3, b takes c3, queen a3 check, king d2, queen c3 check. And now it becomes obvious why instead of playing queen f2 it was important to play queen e3. In this position already the pawn on c3 would have been defended. Queen c3 check, and this is winning for black. So instead of playing queen g3, a better move is f5, bishop d7, queen e3. It's not too late to play this queen e3 move. e6, f6, bishop takes f6, queen takes h6, bishop g7, queen d2, b5. Of course it's probably more pleasant to play with the black pieces, but this is better than playing queen g3. Knight d7, bishop takes g7, king takes g7, f5, rook c3. This is a very tempting and standard move in Sicilian defense when you are sacrificing your rook on c3. But knight e5, it turns out that is stronger. F takes e6, rook takes c3 now, b takes c3, rook takes c3, queen f2, rook a3, and this is pretty good for black. Rook c3, let's go back to the main line. B takes c3, queen a3 check, king d2, knight f6, queen d3, bishop c4. Gelfand goes for a more safe continuation. Instead of playing bishop c3, it is possible to play knight e4 as well. Sacrificing the knight, queen takes, queen takes c3, king c1, queen a3 check, king d2, queen a5 check, king e2, bishop takes f5, rook d5, bishop e4, rook a5, rook takes c2 check. And just have a look, black has 5 pawns against a rook. Well, according to the engine this is better for black, but Gelfand decided to go for a safer line by playing bishop c4, queen d2, d5, e takes d5, bishop takes d5, rook g1, bishop e4, bishop d3, queen a5. By playing queen a5, black sets a little trap. If, for example, bishop e4, then rook d8 is winning. So queen b4, trying to exchange the queens. Queen c7, bishop takes e4. And this is already a bad move. Under the greatest pressure, Naka finally cracks. King c1 is a better move. a5, queen d4. So we see this bishop e4 move, a5. Black missed his chance to win immediately after queen f4 check, king e2, knight takes e4, queen d4 check, king g8, rook f1, knight takes c3, king e1, queen g3 check, rook f2, knight d1. And it's all over. This is of course winning for black. So instead of queen f4 check, Gelfand played a5, queen b7, queen f4 check, king e2, rook c7. Of course, rook c4 is also good. Rook c7, queen b6, knight takes e4, queen d4 check, king h7, c4. This c4 move turns out to be suicidal, but anyways, it's very difficult to play in this position with the white pieces. Even if rook gf1, then knight c3, and this is also winning for black. Rook d7, for example, rook takes c2, rook e7, king g7, and this is a winning endgame. So after c4, black played a very strong move. Can you find that move? A very tactically sharp move. Rook d7. If you take on d7, then queen f2 check, king d3, knight c5, forking the king and queen, and it's all over. So instead of taking on d7, white played queen e3, knight g3 check, queen takes g3, queen takes g3, rook d7, queen e5 check, and white resigned. Because if king d2, then queen takes f5, attacking the rook on d7. You are playing rook e7, queen f2 check, and white is losing its rook as well, and black is winning. A very interesting and aggressive game played by Gelfand. Your comments please, and thanks for watching. Good luck.